What is that? Okay, so I'm back now from Spain and let's check the results. I hope these stripes were thick enough or they were covering enough the light to see a difference. If there is any difference to be seen, I don't remember exactly. Looking at them, I don't see discoloration and yeah, we see. Maybe some of you would think that 30 days or a month is not enough time for colors to fade, but I've done this type of test before and I had watercolors fading in a matter of, I would say hours, but probably a day or two. So I think if anything had to fade, we were gonna see it. Because anyway, you are not supposed to expose your paintings to the sun, to direct sunlight, I mean. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna get you closer. Maybe we can start with Neopastel, that is right up here. It was so hot that all my masking tapes got... oh, okay, I see something, but on the bottom. Okay, never mind. I don't want to jump ahead. Start with Neopastel, which I don't expect to see anything. At the time when I did these swatches, I only had these colors, otherwise I would have included a few more. So this side is the one that was exposed and the other one wasn't. I don't see any difference at all. Nothing, I don't see a change. Not even in these colors that sometimes they fade. I also didn't expect them to change whatsoever, so I'm happy to confirm that. Next is Mungyo Gallery to be precise. And I see, I don't want to be too picky. The one that is obvious but not a drastic change is this coral one. You can see that this side that was exposed is a little bit lighter than the one that was covered. but it's not that bad. And the other ones, I don't see any change in the oranges. If I'm extremely picky, I may notice something in this green, maybe, that the side that was covered is slightly greener or slightly more yellow, and this one has perhaps a bit more of the blue. Honestly, it wouldn't make a difference. A similar change maybe, I don't know, probably not. On this one happens the same. The side that was covered is slightly more green than the one that had the light hitting on. You really have to be inspecting it like this. I don't even know if the camera is gonna catch it. It is very subtle. If that happened, it wouldn't bother me. And I think everything else is just the same, so I am pretty impressed. I expected them to fade a lot. Okay, I'm gonna bring my Mungyo box here to try some of the colors just to make sure if these stripes actually got some light through or not, just to be fair. The change that I see, I don't know if it's from it being cured. So I'm gonna go through them again. You are seeing now the reflection. I don't think there is almost any difference. It's just that the paint that I'm applying now is not cured yet. And that's why you see the difference in the texture, but look at that, it's the same, it's just the shininess. It's just that it looks more matte because I just applied it. And also I think that I applied the spray, so the fixative, and that's why there is a bigger difference. Same. Okay, that's great. I just wanted to make sure that covering with those stripes was enough. Once you tilt the paper to hide some of the reflections, this one is so minor that I don't even know if I should mention it. It's just basically the same. And the only one that I see a real change is in this coral. All others did really well. Even for that one, it wouldn't concern me too much. Because as I said, you don't expose your paintings to direct sunlight. Especially not like that, and not for a month. So I'm very pleased. Actually, I'm very pleased. Now we move on to Sennelier, and I really don't expect any changes either. The tape got crunchy. Wow. Okay. Ooh, actually I'm seeing something. Uh-oh. I think you can see it right away. I'm gonna try to tilt this. I don't know what to say. I didn't expect that to happen. Coral, this is the name of this stick, is one of my favorites, and that's why I know the name. All others seem perfectly fine, no changes at all. All of them look great. Again, you are not supposed to expose the paintings to the sun, but this is a massive difference. Especially now that we are going to move on to Paul Rubens, and none of them have changed. I could think that maybe it's because it is more of a translucent color and it has something to do with it, but this turquoise one is also translucent, or sort of. You can see much more of the texture of the paper, and same for this blue, and I don't see any changes. The only one that I noticed something is on this light blue. It's just a tiny bit. Maybe like this you can see it a little bit better. It's barely there. There is almost no change. But not happy about that one, because it's really one of my favorite colors and one that I use all the time. Give me a second, I'm gonna check the color chart for Sennelier Coral. And yeah, it has 3 stars, so it's supposed to be Lightfast. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this is Geranium Lake Light, and it has 2 stars, while Coral has 3 stars. Yep. I'm not saying this is scientific in any way. I know they probably don't expose the colors like this to be tested, but all others, except for that Mungyo coral, held very well. I don't see any major changes in any other. And yeah, well, I'm not claiming this to be the most accurate or the most correct way of doing Lightfastness test, but they were all exposed to the same amount of light. And since we are here comparing them, since all of them have been sitting for a month and they were all sprayed with Sennelier fixative, I will show you the differences in the finishes once they have cured and dried. Mungyo and Neopastel look the same. They are very close. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Paul Rubens is a little bit shinier, more than these two because they are very matte looking. So Paul Rubens has a little bit more of a sheen, but they don't look as matte. And Sennelier looks super glossy. Look. I mean, they were all sprayed with the fixative, but if it was the fixative creating this glossiness, they would all have it, but they don't. Yeah, it looks nice. I don't have a preference. I like both matte and satin and super glossy finishes. I like everything, so it doesn't matter to me. But if you are combining them, as I often do, it's good to know what to expect once they are dried and cured, sort of dry, and with the fixative. Yeah, so that was it. I hope it was interesting. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.